What's up, guys? Old Man Sneaks here for episode 6 of the podcast. I have another big group again today, which is very exciting. This group has been marinating already in our Instagram chat, so I'm not gonna take that long and just start introducing everyone. To start off, we have Micah Mclean, also known as GR King.
How's it going?
How's it going? Cool. We have Stephen Henderson or SE Kicks5 on Instagram.
Hey fam, how are you?
Then we have Julian Pauncz from Kicks and Craze on Instagram.
Hey guys.
And we have a returning guest, Emmanuel Guevarra or Kicking It with G.
Hey people, how we going?
Cool. How's everyone today?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, very good.
Good.
Surviving.
Yeah, good. It's the weekend.
Good. You guys
Yeah.
excited to go around and then show your latest pickups?
Yeah,
Sounds
I'm ready to see some sneakers.
Yeah,
let's
same.
do
I'm
it.
ready. I'm ready to see some sneakers. I don't want to start off because I probably have real bad pickups, but
I want to see if anyone's LPUs match up.
that'll be interesting.
All right. Well, let's start going around. I'll probably start with Micah first. Micah?
Sure. Yeah, look pretty light on the pickups recently. So I don't know. You probably saw in episode 5, all the boys went out shopping in Melbourne. So I just picked up something light on the day. So just the A-Life Saucony Shadows.
Oh, something like
Nice.
Pretty nice. Yeah.
It's a little cheap collab.
Yeah,
It's a
so
beautiful pair.
I got those for retail, so I managed to find them in my size. I looked at them at like 3 stores and finally found them in my size at the 3rd one. So I was pretty happy with that. I wasn't, stuff hanging out with those heavy hitters. Sometimes you're just like, I'll just keep it. I like to save my bank account a little bit.
How's the tongue on those?
The tongue?
Yeah, on the A-Life. Is it like a
It's
different cut? Just looking at photos,
Yeah, it's a little bit. It does. I must say, it's a little bit shorter, I think, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty cushioned. Like I don't know if you've got 5000s, they're pretty comfy. They're a nice kick around shoe, I reckon. So yeah, underrated, definitely.
Definitely.
Oh, 100% underrated.
Yeah.
That's a solid pickup, mate.
Yeah, not bad.
100%.
And I got these guys. Just again, something pretty easy pick up. I haven't laced them yet.
Nice.
I was actually surprised with the quality. Like these are sitting on shelves for anyone. If anyone wants to cop these, I mean, it's an easy cop. So
the more I see him, the more I want him.
I feel
What
like
was that?
I've been sitting on those.
Yeah, people are sitting on them big time. Did you get a pair? Did anyone get a pair of these or?
Oh, I think I'll join
haven't.
the raffles because we're starting to get them now. Like I think Up Their store and USG store and that are all got their raffles on at the moment. And I think there's still a couple who haven't announced their winners yet. So, man,
Right.
every time I see him, this is fate because you put it up. It's definitely after this I go straight up on Up There and enter the raffle.
Yeah, they're really nice. Like, I was surprised. A friend of mine was in the city and he said, "Hey, they've got these in a 12. Do you want them?" I was like, "Yeah, can you grab them for me?"
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was like expecting some of that McDonald's leather shit,
Yeah,
but then getting them in hand, I was actually, oh man, these are actually pretty tough. So
yeah.
it was a bit of a surprise. So yeah, not a bad colorway. I'm not exactly a Lakers fan, but we'll take it. This is the last one. Just these bad boys.
The heritage.
Again, another one that actually looks sick in hand. And
Slept
I
on.
was really surprised.
Another slept-on pair. Yeah, I agree.
Another slept-on pair. And this one, look, I put it up in the group too, just saying, you guys should try and get a hold of these. And people are like, I don't really love them. But, look, if I want to custom these into a Chicago, that's pretty easy to do.
That's what I was about to say. There's
thinking
a
about.
nice pair for a custom.
Yeah, exactly. So you could custom these. I mean, you could turn them into breads pretty easy as well.
Yeah.
But like after getting them in hand, I think I might actually just leave them. I reckon they're actually pretty sick. Yeah, and that's it. That's it for the LPUs from me.
It makes you
Nice.
wonder, right? Because that's pretty much the Travis Scott fragment that is in
That's
red.
right.
People,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
actually, I prefer the red over the blue. That is just personally, but and I
Yeah,
like my
Chicago.
ticks to go. I like my ticks to go the normal way. Call me crazy.
So yeah, I think I'm sleeping on those as well. So I'll get around into picking that up too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Well worth it.
Cool. Moving on. Steven Henderson, SC Kicks. What are your latest pickups, man?
All right, I've got two. Ones that came in yesterday. Picked up these.
Ooh,
Shadow 6,000 pearls.
Yeah. Man.
Love them.
nice.
$50 off hype. I couldn't say no.
I was looking
Like-
at those two on hype, man.
Mate, it's leather, and more leather. Like even sock linings are leather.
Yeah.
They're just nice.
Gosh,
They're just a
man.
nice shoe. They're a bit sparkly, so I don't know how they'll go, but
Yeah. What are
it
those?
looks like
Those hits where it's sort of like it's like a bunch of colors kind of come through.
yeah,
isn't it?
it's like they've got like a chameleon effect over it. But I reckon if you rubbed over it, it would leave like this. No, so you can see it. It's like
Yeah.
a browner undertone,
Oh yeah.
and I reckon it'll come off.
Oh,
depending
that
if you didn't
actually
really
looks
like 'em.
sick.
But just I'll try and get a close up. Just the leather quality, even the sock liner, like it's just
Yeah.
it's just nice. And the more that people leave these on shelves, the cheaper they become. So
Yeah, I love
That
that
was-
iridescence.
yeah, that was pickup number one. And I just grabbed two because I didn't know how far to go. The other pair I got
Yeah.
were the
beautiful.
Gel Light 3 Affuse.
Yeah.
Um,
Love them.
I couldn't hit on these in Australia because they didn't come to a 13. I was lucky enough to get an assist from someone that's got connections with a few and said, "Hey, I can get you a 13 if you want." And got
Nice.
these were shipped and arrived at my door for cheaper than they were on the ASICS website. So
Oh, so good.
It's wild.
lucky enough to get these, and they're not the hardest cop or anything, but it's good to see other brands getting love, and that's what my 2022 is all about. I've said that since the start of the year.
I must say, so shoes like that, like Saucony's and Gel Light 3s in particular, like, you know, the quality is always so good. Like, you know, and I honestly sometimes don't understand why they get slept on so much. You know, there's so many good pairs that they drop. Like, yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
I
Agreed.
think like people have to try them, and I think from a sneakerhead point of view, Nike, Adidas, more so Nike, it's shoved. Go on your Instagram. Like if you're new to Instagram, what do you see?
Yeah.
It's just Nike, Jordan brand, you know.
Yeah.
Until you start exploring the other brands, and then you start seeing that come up in your feed, you go, geez, there is a bigger
Yeah.
world outside of sneakers.
Yeah.
Does it? I've got a question. Does anyone have the Kois by any chance? It's a
No.
I
long
got
shot.
the orange. I got the
ones.
orange ones. I got the orange Kois. Yeah.
You got the
Yeah,
orange.
I
pair?
didn't get the red ones that was released for the 25th
The
anniversary.
originals.
Yeah, but I got the
Yeah.
I managed to hit on a raffle for the orange Kois. I think it was on Up There as well. So
Yeah,
I've got those somewhere in the back.
I prefer the orange
somewhere.
pair anyway.
Yeah.
Over the red pair, to be honest.
Yeah, that orange pair
Yeah.
just works nicely, doesn't it? Those
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah, no, it's just so vibrant.
I think people just need to try them and get them in hand. Really, I mean, if you encounter like a real sneakerhead, it's guaranteed that they'd appreciate them anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
a matter of like getting them in hand or trying them on, and getting that attention. Really.
Yeah.
Especially when you compare it to a crap quality dunk that's worth like heaps of money.
Right?
And then you put it next to like
$300.
and put it next to ASICS or Saucony, and you just can't
Yeah.
compare it. Just the quality is like they need more love, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, not too much,
And
because
that
we're gonna struggle picking them up.
Yeah,
Right? So not too much.
No size 13 love. They need no size 13 love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's true, like especially with like the dunks from, you know, this year and I guess late last year, the quality dropped a lot.
Yeah.
The older
Yeah.
pairs, the quality was quite good on old dunks, the ones that would end up in the bargain bin, funnily enough.
Yeah.
But the ones these
Yeah.
days, the leather's really, really bad. So
The ones that were designed to skate in, the new ones are just one wear in the toe box is just a mess.
Yeah, and it
Oh.
hurts your foot,
Yeah.
like because it's just permanently creased in that one spot. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Front
it's
corner.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are mostly synthetic with enough leather on them
To-
just to
to
classify
call it
them
leather.
as leather shoes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Cool. And moving on, I guess. Julian, Picks
Okay.
and Craze.
I've got a couple of pairs. They're going to be a bit different. Let's see where I start. Okay, so this one I picked up. A lot of stores are just getting it in store now. It is a dunk, just a generic dunk, but it's a new one. It's part of the two-tone pack. So recently they had a
Ooh.
grey two-tone. This is like a charcoal and black two-tone.
Yeah.
Actually, the quality is actually pretty nice. It's soft. It's not like Panda Dunk quality. Yeah, there's a green one coming out. Like I think they've nicknamed the Hulk, and there's a marina blue one as well, which are all two-tone. And yeah, hit them up. Like the quality is a lot better than other ones. So I was
They
like,
remind me
Cop
of.
those?
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, where did you cop those?
I actually worked for a retail store, and lucky enough, like yeah, it's a bit of a secret there, but yeah, I work for a big.
Because I haven't seen them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're arriving to stores any day, so I was lucky enough to get them a bit earlier than some other stores. So you'll probably see them on Facebook Marketplace soon. But yeah,
I've seen
probably
some images the last couple of days, and they're reminiscent of the orange labels, just without the gum sole. But yeah, they look so nice.
Yeah, they're really nice, and they're a really wearable color. So like. Yes, it's very neutral, and they look a lot darker like in pictures, but they're actually quite nice.
Cool.
So my second pickup, I've got three actually. One, I'll leave the best for last, I think. So I actually got these for a really good deal. I've been looking for them for a while. So it is the Track Red Jordan 1 High.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough.
Nice.
They were worn like maybe once or twice, no style loss, nothing, pretty immaculate condition. I'm a big foot guy, so StockX, they're just crazy prices. So this is actually size 14. But yeah, like they need to bring back quality and like styles like this. I'm really looking forward to the yellow toe that's coming out this year. So I missed out on the ochre yellow ones of the same pack of this. Which are now stupid prices. You can see like they're all. I don't know if you can see in the inner sole, probably not. In the inner sole of all the track pack, they had. This has like how many trophies Jordan won. So there's 6 cards inside. So they've all got different cards and different meanings to them. But
I got the yellow ones,
year was-
but I can't pull it out. I got
What
the yellow
year were
ones.
they released?
2018, I think they were.
Was that the one with like the? It's
18.
not leather, is it?
No, it's suede at the back.
It's
suede at the back. That's right. And they brought out like
There's
a
the bl-
bunch of different colors.
So
I do
there's like
remember
the
that.
blue,
there's
the green.
moon, the clay green, the ochre yellow, those ones, and I think there may have been one more. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure there was definitely 4.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I missed
Last
out on
one.
the yellow pair.
Yeah, you've got the yellow pair.
No, I said I missed out.
I've
and
got
I'm
the-
really
I've got the
looking
yellow
forward
pair.
to that. I was going to say I'm really looking forward to those yellow toes coming out
Yes.
this year as well.
Yeah. That'll be nice.
I've seen an early hand, and apparently they've gone back to shattered backboard quality leather.
They always say that.
Yeah. But apparently they're going to be trouble. But apparently they're out there, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see. They said the same thing about the bread toe, it wasn't like bread toe's nice, but it's not.
Not,
There's
not
no shattered
SPB
backboard.
quality. Yeah.
No shadow back.
Last, I'll bring out half of the pack, but this was a pretty special pickup. I've been looking for it since 2020. Somebody on the forums knew somebody who had some in my size. They're pretty limited. There's 2,300 worldwide of this pack. This is one half of the pack, which is the Airship.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So the quality, so it was part of the New Beginnings pack that was released in the 2020 Chicago All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Just crazy, like in hand, like they've gone back to like perfect quality. So this one has a different sole to the like general release pair. The GR pair had the different sole, which they did this because it was closest to the PE to what Michael Jordan actually wore. This is actually lower than the general release bread color that came out, the band color.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those
Shipped with the
pairs,
box, with the original box.
Yeah, I've got the box and I've got the
man.
other color I've got here sitting next to me.
So
But
good.
I'll just show it anyway while it's here. But yeah, the Chicago
good.
color.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, the 85 cut. I need to get the Georgetowns, but it has like everything inside, like the label and unbelievable pair. So not many out there, and just super hard to find in bigger sizes. Yeah,
because that was the
that's
same
me.
time that they released the Jordan 3s. Hey, like the United ones, the ones with the Chicago on the back. They were like
The red
dubbed as
pair
the red
with the
cements.
chai.
Yeah. Dubbed
Yeah.
as the red cements. They were kind of
And there
released
was-
at the
That was
same
the
time.
All-Star weekend.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
was just on Air Force One highs, like the blue
yeah.
like color, and also
And the KDs as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the
that
reverse
was a
spread.
good release, man. Like that All-Star pack that they do every year. Probably one of the best ones. Just because I'm a
year
Chicago
was a
guy,
bit
so
weak.
it's a bit biased.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, moving on. I don't think we were not seeing your camera, G. So
Oh wow, okay.
I'm just hoping. Yeah. Has anyone else see?
He's frozen
G?
for me. He's
I just got his
frozen.
finger
Oh, wow.
in the air. He's doing another one.
All right. So I'm just hoping that this is getting recorded and
Yeah.
we should be fine. I mean, we'll just visualize in our head what you're showing us. So
Yeah. Sorry
you.
guys, I didn't realize. All right, so what I've got, hopefully you can see it, or probably not. I'm showing the Diodora V7000s in the limoncello,
Ooh.
Yes.
right? The limoncello pair that
Nice.
I picked up on. I
I'm
won the
still
raffle
jealous
on.
about that, man.
Yeah. Oh, you've got the grappa, and the grappa is so nice too. But yeah, so I won that on the end raffle
Okay.
a few
We're
weeks
losing
ago.
him a little bit.
It was
Yeah.
I can't hear
Yeah.
him.
So got that.
Yeah, I
and
think we lost him. Probably
Oh, did you lose me?
lose the internet.
Oh, really? Okay, hang
It's
on.
saying
Give me a
it's little
second.
bit slow.
I might
Has any of you guys seen that?
That's weird.
The lemon ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
limoncellos.
7,000?
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I just looked at both of them on air.
Oh,
Now he's back.
He's
Is that
back.
He's
better?
Oh, there we go.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Let me
I'll put
see
that on
his
again.
switch, man.
Switch to
Yeah.
next door's NBN.
That's what I did. Yeah. Thanks, Steve. But yeah, so limoncello. So that was awesome, and I've always wanted a pair of Diodoras. I had one many years ago, but I've always wanted to pick one up. But a lot of the models that are releasing are quite expensive, and they're quite they're expensive for a general release that's not necessarily a collab. So I thought, I'm just gonna wait until there is one that I really, really like. So I managed to get that, and also managed to get the grappa version because my wife entered for the grappa for me. So I've got the pack, which is like I'm totally
Nice.
excited
So good.
when that comes in.
Yeah.
And then I can't go past the 3, and I love the Cardinals. So I just love the low cut of like that performance basketball shoe kind of silhouette. And I've got heaps of Jordan 3s in the collection. Hey, like there's always one ready to go to wear. So those are my 2 pickups. I mean, I've got a few more, but those are the 2 that that I really, really am glad that I managed to get. Yeah.
So good.
Cool. All right. I guess it's my turn. I have 3 pickups. 2 of them from Hype, which is probably you guys will be familiar with. I got the Saucony Destination Unknown pack, so I got the plain one
Nice.
for $99.
Yeah.
And I have a discount for $30, so I bought 2 of the Destination pack.
Why not?
When I bought mine, I just chucked another pair in because it was free shipping at $150.
I just couldn't believe
that's
how cheap they were.
Yeah.
Crazy. So it's
Yeah, they got
200
quite a few different
for
pairs
2.
on there at the moment as well.
Yeah.
I think it's like
Yeah.
6 or 7 pairs, something like that at the moment.
Yeah. Well, this is the olive one.
The olives one, they're nice.
Yeah. If you guys are picking up some Sokuni shadows, I'd suggest get the food fight because the quality on those
Yeah,
are
the
just
quality on the food fight is
crazy
Size
so
good.
good.
size 12.
Yeah.
Oh
And
man.
nah, if they had everything in size 13, I would have had to send my wife out for the day when the delivery driver was coming with us.
Yeah, the food fight is so good.
And cool. And my last pickup, which is the
Oh,
Union
okay.
Jordan 2s, which I just
Alright.
got today.
In hand.
Right.
Yeah, in
I'm
hand,
furious.
Nice.
I am furious.
Man.
one from the raffle. So
So
this is
nice.
actually the first time that I've looked at it this close.
How's the
It's a
quality?
Very
beautiful
nice.
pair.
Quality's really good. Nice suede on them. It's got that canvas, a stronger canvas, I would say, on around this panel.
Yeah.
And then everything is just smooth, nice suede.
Is it like the
And that
muslin 3?
orange
Is it like
lace.
the muslin 3 that they used on there?
No.
No,
It
no,
looks more. It looks better than the muslins
Okay.
in terms of the canvas on it.
Yeah,
It looks
right.
like durable, almost ripstop like
Yep.
kind of
Okay.
canvas. So yeah.
I think it's one of the nicest looking 2s they've ever released. For the 2s.
Well,
I mean, 2s don't get a lot of
Yeah.
love at the best
Yeah.
of
Twos
times.
don't
but,
get any love
Yeah, well,
Oh,
they've had a few
until they put a
moments.
collab on
That's
it.
what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
until they get to
Everybody's
collab.
loving
Here's
it.
my 2.
But
Yeah.
that looks like one of the better ones for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know where I put my 2s. I got the 2.0s, with the full max air bottoms.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
a comfortable shoe. Like, so nice to wear.
I've got one here.
And a bit. Tuesdays.
the off-white, black off-white ones.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, I got those too. I think they're really underrated.
Oh, so
from
underrated.
last year.
Yeah.
I still want the red one, but the price on them is just crazy at the moment. I don't
Yeah.
think I can
In my
spend that much on it.
in the bigger sizes, they're about $1,400-$1,500, and I just can't justify it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so
Time,
crazy.
time to chop some toes off.
Anyone going for the AMM Yamama Near 2s coming out as well?
I'm going for anything. Try to pick up whatever I can. Because I've got a couple of I've actually got about 3 pairs of 2s. So I've got the Chicago ones, so the white red ones, the varsity red ones that released the retro that released in 2014.
They're
Then in
actually
2016
they're re-releasing
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
believe
So
this
I managed to
year.
get those.
Yeah.
It was weird
Yeah.
because I walked into a Foot Locker in Sydney, and my size was just sitting on the shelves, right? Because
Beautiful.
2s don't get any love, so I was like, sick,
That's right.
let's go get it, right? And then they released a couple of years later. They released the infrared kind of cement 2s.
They're dope.
Where,
They
yeah.
are dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love those.
So,
man. I
can't pull them out because they're behind all the boxes and stuff. It's just gonna take me a long time to find
That's
them.
got
But
such
yeah.
a '90s feel. That shoe.
Yeah,
Mate,
absolutely.
There's something about
It's like
it
the chunky sneaker, plus it's a high cut.
Yeah.
Then it's got all of the
Yeah.
colors that just scream 90s. That's why I love
Yeah.
it. Hey, sorry.
Reminds me like is it Agassiz? It's almost
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, the
Shit,
tech
like-
challenge.
The Tech Challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the-
almost like
the
the same
lava
colors
ones,
as that,
yeah.
but they,
Yeah,
I reckon
so
they're
good.
hard. Like that's another underrated pair, man. I
Yeah,
reckon
because they
go
also
hard, those
released the Concord cement 2s at the same year. So it was kind of like it had the Concord purple on it with the elephant cement print, whatever it was. But it was there. It was awesome. But yeah, I love
like
2s because
20
they just. Sorry, go for it.
They're like 2017. They released all those lows as well. They had like UNC,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
white
yeah.
with the hitsy,
ones. They hit the
and they
outlet.
just filled up the outlets, and everyone just
Yeah.
walked past them.
They're
I
just a
didn't-
com-
Like,
I find
imagine
them-
if
Yeah. I find them to be a comfortable shoe. Just the soles
Yeah.
are really awesome on them. Yeah, see?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
It's so
That's sick.
good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sick.
Nice.
Imagine a UNC sneaker today
Yeah.
going to the outlets. It
I
just
got
wouldn't
I
happen.
got those from the outlet. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, dope.
Wow. And I'm
Yeah.
still chasing
even,
the
even New Balance UNCs
Yeah.
are getting
anything UNC,
Yeah,
right?
you just put a splash of UNC blue
That's
on.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't
I'm still
have to be
chasing
Nike
the,
or Jordan.
Yeah,
People will go
absolutely.
for it.
Anything light blue, right? But I still want those Mellow 2s. Those, the Jordan Mellow 2s. The Denver Nuggets PE that he's got, right? Oh, man, I'm still chasing.
Yeah,
those are the ones that I want.
Yeah. They did a GR of it though, didn't they? It's not exactly. It's not a PE anymore.
It wasn't a PE,
Yeah, there's a GR.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, they released the PE as a GR. So.
General without the Mellow logo on them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're nice though too. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, definitely twos don't get that much love unless they're our collab.
What's on the door? Like, what's your beater at the moment?
Oh. All right, who's gonna start?
I think I might have to put my Jordan 2s at the door after this conversation.
Yeah, I can go. I'll start. I think I started. Did I start with it?
Yeah. You can start, Micah.
Man, I beat the shit out of these. I wear them all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I like they're just super comfy. I don't tie them up.
Yeah.
And they just look fresh. Like, I don't know. They like, I don't care. Like this part, man, if you drive, just gets so fucking dirty.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
But I don't really care. Honestly, I beat the absolute fuck out of these. Like,
both sneakers or just the right one? We just gotta gotta make sure there's a clutch in this car.
Yeah. It's just the right one. Yeah, you can see it at the back. I drive with.
Not in the 3-pedal crew.
But yeah, like if I'm just going down, going to the supermarket or whatever, these are probably the go-to. So they're super comfy, and I don't know, they just look fresh even with like trackies. I know there's something about these. I just reckon they look sick. And the other one's going to be probably pretty obvious. It's probably I only ever bought this one pair of 350s, and another pair I just beat the fuck out of. But I just really like this colorway. It just reminded me a lot of like similar to like V1 sort of look.
Yeah.
Because of the colors, and I always loved the V1s.
Yeah. The Moonrock, man.
I've only got the one pair of V1s, but I always wanted some of the other ones. So I just thought, I'll go with this.
Yeah.
And this is another, like, just super comfy, easy, like any shoes that I don't have to lace up and I can just slip on. They're usually my go-to beaters.
Yeah, love that colorway.
Nice. Cool. What about you, SE Kicks?
I chose my beaters over just sneakers that I'll grab. With doing Instagram and trying to create new content all the time, I'll usually wear the sneaker that I just picked up to take like my photos for that week. That's when I take my photos. I put on the sneaker, I go out and do that. So I kind of just get that time. So as far as beaters though, I won't call them beaters. It's just the sneakers that I'll go to if I'm going to the shop and just sliding something on and just want a comfortable shoe. First one will be this pair, the LeBron 18 lows in the Atmos colorways.
Yeah,
nice. I had a bit of an obsession with LeBron 18 lows last year. I was like, new colorway, got to get it. And lucky enough to get this pair. I couldn't win anything. I couldn't even win a running race against a grade 6 or something at the moment. But JP put in for the on Nike, wasn't it, on sneakers? And he took a win for me. I took a loss, but he took a win and assisted me with these. So as far as, I don't know if anyone else has had 18s on, the 18 lows, but every other pair I've got to take the insoles out. They're narrow, but they're premium quality leather suedes. They're just nice. You just chuck them on and, they bend up and, and you're just comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'll chuck that on if I just have to go to the shop. So that's it.
I'm obsessed with everything Atmos does.
Atmos,
I fucking love them, man.
Yeah, I love that. I love that homage to the Vitex. So good.
Yeah, that's like even these like with the Nike Air Max on the tongue.
So,
I think they were. You won't say they were slept on because the bigger sizes all sold out. Just the little sizes sat. But no, they're a clean sneaker, but just comfortable. Secondary, if I'm also just grabbing a pair, I want to be a little more stylish, I'll grab a pair of Air Force Ones. That's the undefeated pair. I love how they're understated.
Yeah.
Like as much what the 5 undefeated 5 or whatever they were with the 5 different materials.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even though they're like that crocodile skin print all over them, from a distance they're just a clean looking sneaker. So
Yeah.
I'll grab a pair of Air Force Ones as a beater, or a pair if I'm not going out to take photos. That's probably the two pairs of shoes. Any of my Air Force Ones, I've got a couple, but Air Force Ones or LeBron 18s, but they're probably my two favourites that I'd go for out of them.
Cool.
Yeah. So
I'd love that.
That's my
I'm gonna have to ask
go-tos.
you about your Air Force Ones later, man.
I haven't got too many, but I was late to the cause with those as well. But
Yeah.
you know, when you get on something and you just kind of just want more.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Cool. All right, moving on with kicks and craze.
Okay, I've got a Yeezy dad shoe, old man's shoe. I've got the 700 V1 in the faded Azure colorway.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I've got a love for Yeezys at the moment. I've just picked up heaps of these recently. I hate the price of them, but the quality, you can't compare it to the 350. Like, still, like the wave runner quality and 700 V1s, like the suedes, like even Nike, it's got like they can't compete with that at the moment. Yeah, comfortable, got boost, full length boost, heaps of grip, comfortable all day shoe. I wore them all Easter, perfect Easter color. But
And with little Easter eggs in the soles there too, haven't they?
for me, like a beater, I've got so many pairs like I haven't worn yet, so I'm trying to get through them all eventually. But COVID killed me, just buying so many pairs and then just filling up the collection. And yeah, gotta love that pair. Second pair was a bit of a grail. Micah will love this one.
Fuck you.
So I was lucky.
I love how you
to
refer to
find
them
a
as your
great
beaters. I'm
deal
just
on
like,
eBay,
I just want a pair.
I know, that's what I was thinking. What's your beater? Just the animal.
That's a shoe that
animal bag,
he's had on 3 times in the last year.
It's one of the
they're
most
beaters.
worn shoes. But like, I can't say enough for them. I got a good deal on eBay. Again, size 13s on StockX go for 1,000 plus. I was able to get, I reckon they've been worn like once or twice from the US. Yeah, for about half that. So pretty lucky cop.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's very rare that you get a second-hand one popping up, and I was looking for them ages ago, and I should have like bit the bullet when they were brand new. And but yeah, can't say too much about those ones.
Do you have
nice.
any other of the Atmos MX ones?
I'm trying to find the rest of the Safaris and some Elephants, but again, like getting like decent quality ones at a decent price is just impossible these days.
Actually, I'll show you something. Hang on, back here. I got these ones you're not gonna believe this. So these ones I bought in, I want to say 2016.
Yeah.
Safaris.
I bought them in Japan, $400.
Yeah.
Because
There's nobody size 12.
no one's a size 12.
Wow.
They're all small feet over there. So
Yeah.
I love sneaker shopping in Japan. So if you ever get to go, I've been 6 times, and I always come back with like 7 boxes, and it's the best.
Wow.
Had to grab the other colorway out.
The bronze, love them.
The LeBron Safaris, yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, elephants are also one of my favorites, and never been able to cop those. They just got,
They're
just too
beautiful
hard.
sneaker, but
yeah, that's my favorite Air Max one. It's one of my grails that I'll
Same.
eventually get
Same,
around to
100%.
getting. Yeah.
the elephant print. It's one that just comes up. Like even if you don't know anything about sneakers, you've seen that shoe.
Yeah.
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 Like you just, it's
Agreed.
iconic, eh?
Yeah. Agreed.
Just and the colorway.
Cool. And what about you, kicking it to G?
I've got a couple. Hey, I've got to pull
Beaters.
out. Yeah. So this pair's always at the front door. So this is some Air Force Ones, but just some white ones that I got. I got customed by a good mate of mine. That has my kids' names on each side. So that's their favorite pair,
so
and
good.
for obvious reasons.
Nice.
But Yeah, I love them. It was just like just a simple design, just an all white Air Max 1. Oh, sorry, Air Max 1, Air Force 1 that I got a good mate of mine down in Melbourne to just do a little something on it to make it a little bit different. I mean, there's like blood stains in the sock liner and everything, so I wear this quite a bit. Another pair that another pair that I have is the OG NMD, the Adidas NMD. And I remember when these were released, they were kind of just sitting on the shelves. Hey, like, it's got the boost on it and stuff. And I thought, yeah, that's a pretty nice looking shoe because it was different, right? So I thought, that's nice, it's different. I popped it on feet and I was like, holy crap, that's so comfy because of the boost. And I was like, I need a pair. So I remember these were sitting on shelves for a good week and a half until Kanye himself kind of like posted a picture of him wearing it. Then all of a sudden, and it was just like, you couldn't find them anymore, it just sold out. So glad I got those. And last one would be my Kobe.
There was a time there, man, when like NMDs was so hyped up.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember that time because they were like just every single color under the sun just came out, and it was like there was camo print all over it and stuff. It was crazy. I remember that. My last one would be the
the
Kobe
Bape.
10s.
Do you remember the Bape NMDs?
Yeah, yeah, I remember the Bape NMDs with the camo on the little Lego pieces. But yeah, so just the Kobe 10s in the flight colorway. I've taken this on like school camps, done like 10K like hikes with these, and they're still good, and still play basketball with them like outside. Love them. They're just really solid shoe. Yeah, and more so like I want to keep this more now that, you know, obviously Kobe passing. I don't think I'll ever throw this away, but yeah, really good shoe. That's mine.
So
Nice.
good.
Nice. Solid, as usual, as expected from you guys. Well, for me, my beater right now is the NB 550. This is a GR1, so I caught it for retail.
Yeah.
Which is solid. They're actually comfy. I feel like they're a lot more comfier than Air Max, even though they feel like they have harder leather and all. But yeah, I find them really, really comfortable. So
And they look really fresh too. I love the look of the 550.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyone get a W on the ALDs, or
Big
did you
L.
all get the L's on that?
Yeah, no luck with that
me
one.
too. Cool. All right. So moving on to the discussion. I think the reason why you guys are here is like you guys feel like a little bit long in the tooth, and not in a bad way. I mean, you guys, the copying habits, because I've been following you guys for a long time, and I feel like what Micah was saying, like you guys are not all about the heat, or not all about the hype. And you guys, I feel like you guys are more about the flavor. Really, it's not just all heat, but copying all of those different things. And what do you guys think is the problem with the culture at the moment? And other than, you know, scrolling through Instagram and seeing the same shit over and over, why do you guys think that most of the people in the culture doesn't pay attention to other things? I mean, outside of the hype ones.
I've got a very simple answer for that. And it's just to do with product marketing. So, you know, it's just how the companies have marketed the product. And that's why there's so many new sneakerheads. You know, everything's kind of hyped up. You know, you see there's limited releases, you know, collabs and all of those things. And they see the resale price. And I guess along with that just comes a lot of hype. It's just companies like, you know, I guess Nike being the big one, that are intelligent with their marketing. And so, this is the end result. And I think, I guess, first of all, getting called long in tooth by someone called Old Man Sneaks. I'm going to just go back to that. How dare you? But, I guess being older though, like for me, sneakers was about, just finding stuff that I liked, that I wore. It was never really about anyone else. And certainly probably when most of us were collecting sneakers, no one really gave a fuck. And so I guess that's my attitude hasn't changed despite the hype. And I guess another side of that is like a lot of the hype shoes to me, and this is just a personal thing, I find most of them pretty ugly. So I've been able to avoid a lot of high prices just because of that. Because there are other shoes I'd probably just prefer that are much cheaper and easier to get.
I was actually watching the Complex podcast before this started, and they were talking about how all these collaborations, if it had no famous person attached to it, it'd be sitting on shelves and everybody would hate on them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But just to like a good example, DJ Khaled's shoes, if it didn't have that "We're the Best" on the back, would anybody actually want his shoes?
Yeah.
They'd be sitting. They'd be going to outlets.
I don't mind the pastel.
I'd probably cup it more.
Without it.
Stuff from.
But I know he's saying because he did release Nike actually released very similar threes, like in the all red and the all blue.
Yeah.
I think not that long ago. It was probably like 2 years ago, and they sat.
What about the alternate grape Jordan 5s? There's a Khaled one that's pretty like similar. It just doesn't have as much black on it. Yep, those ones.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, they're the same shoe. I'm just going to get them embroidered "We're the Best" on the back.
But I guess that's the culture. Like you attach a famous person to it, and everybody wants it.
Yeah, and I guess just going on from that, the reason that I guess I'll call out Nike, but that Nike do that is they actually find that doing these hype shoes, they sell a lot more GRs, and that's what happens. It's just marketing.
Because people don't pick up on the expensive one.
They won't get the expensive
low quality,
ones.
So they get the next one down.
But
exactly.
But we've got nothing here in Australia. Let's be honest. Like,
yeah,
you guys are probably a little bit more lucky, but in Queensland we got nothing. Well, I've got nothing where I am. I'm an hour and a half north of Brizzy. Brizzy has a couple of shops, but unless you're living in a major centre, where are you picking sneakers up from? To actually pick up a nice sneaker and look at it, unless you're winning raffles, your interest in sneakers, because you don't have the choice. Like the hype's pushed in your face. Does that make sense? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody's going for that because we can't just go down the shops and look at a wall full of sneakers and go, "Hey, I actually like this pair." Or, your decision's made for you before you even get the opportunity to buy it.
Do they even fit?
Yeah. Well, and that's.
Yeah, well,
right.
But that's, I guess, that's another part of the false scarcity, because it's just all fake scarcity, because they could make as many as they wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the false economy, right?
So, exactly. It's just a false economy.
But like Adidas,
it's
Adidas with the Yeezys, if it doesn't sell out within the first couple of, I think it's 2 weeks, if it's still on shelves, they can't leave it on the floor. It goes out the back in the storeroom, and you just have to walk in and go, "Hey, do you have any of them?" And they might say yes or no. So it's just like creating this demand. It's a false economy.
Yeah, make it look like there's no
and all these
sneaker
people are
left.
buying up to resell, and they're keeping it in their wardrobe and just waiting for somebody to buy it, and then you don't see it on people's feet, and people think it's hard to get. And
Do you reckon the resales died off a bit? Like Facebook Marketplace isn't full of as many sneakers as it was like 2 years ago.
I think there's algorithm.
You're not seeing it.
I think that the more you look at certain things, the more you get shown it. Yeah,
the more you see it.
Yeah.
I probably just took myself away from the Facebook groups that you're like, just making me angry, and I just kept getting banned for bad comments.
I was the same. Actually, I was exactly the same. I just left all of the marketplace groups. I very rarely pay resale anyway, so it wasn't.
I'm not a resale payer.
Yeah, no. And
I'm just all about that discount life.
Yeah, but and then seeing, like all these, new kids coming up thinking it's cool to like bot 15 pairs
Yeah.
and sell them for like $60 extra. It's enraging. So I just got out of there because it's, I'm the same. Too many toxic comments and it's horrible.
Yeah, that's why I like Insta now. Instagram's just I think it's a cleaner atmosphere.
Yeah, totally.
Like someone only comments on your photo because they know you, or that they actually like it.
Yeah.
You don't have those negative comments, and you don't just get angry because someone is selling a GR pair. But
it's amazing too with like our Facebook group Sneakerheads. All we did to get rid of the toxicity was like take away, buy and sell. That's all we had to do.
Yeah.
And then all the actual sneakerheads kind of turned up. So that's why that community works so well. There's never really any dramas. They may, but don't worry.
I mightn't be wanted back after. Anyway, that's another story for another day.
Trust me, we've got a few mods on the hunt always. Looking for them. So we're pretty on top of it when it comes to weeding.
And I think that's it's natural when you get like a new Facebook group. It always starts off with best priorities, and then they get flooded with so many people that are just there for different reasons.
Yeah, we're pretty tight with even just going through people requesting to join. Like we go through, we have a look at their profile. Like we don't just let everyone in. So we're pretty selective.
Cool. Well, speaking of resellers, right? Do you guys think? Because again, being long in the tooth, I know Micah hates that term.
That's fine. I just don't like it coming from someone called Old Man Sneaks.
No, I'm old, but I'm sort of new in the sneaker game. And the reason why you guys are here is to learn from you. So I mean, speaking of resellers, right? Like, do you guys ever think that it will go back to the way it was before, wherein you can easily cop things, because I feel like it's starting to happen on some silhouettes now, right? Like the Heritage, people were sitting on them, the Brotherhood, people were sitting on them, and it feels like it's mainly Jordan 1s, really, or is it a cycle? Like
that's a cycle.
Because I've heard that
definitely cycle.
It was the same. So like we were talking about, I was in another group. So there's like a pair came out, I think it was like 2017. So it's like the Kentuckys, or they were called the Storm Blues, and they sat on shelves, and now they go for over 1,000. So there's no reason that in 2 or 3 years Heritages won't go for stupid prices.
I think that there's the wave as like Jordan Brand or Nike actually flood the market and just saturate certain models. Then people lose interest, and then resale value goes down.
That's right.
When they sit on shelves, if there's not more than like $100 resale value, people don't want them, and then we get them, which is great. But I feel like it's a rotating thing. So at the moment, it's Dunks and Jordan 4s. Obviously, Nike's trying to push I guess Jordan 2s this year with a couple of collaborations, and then OGs coming back. But it's just that cycle, I think, and it just depending how many like Australia gets. And people are trying to resell what they can to make money, and it sucks that it's ours, but you can see it with watches and other things at the moment. There'll be a boom for certain things, and Jordan 1s, they're bringing out way too many at the same time of high tops, and now they're just sitting until there's going to be I think the yellow toes will be the next one with resale value, which sucks because hopefully they bring out enough of them. But I think that the rest of them will pretty much sit on shelves all year unless it's a collaboration.
Yeah, and I think going back to that other thing, I don't think the resale thing's going to end anytime soon, because, they realized that by doing collabs, how good that was for marketing. And then that obviously made the secondary market worth billions. That's just what happens.
Look at how easy it is to put something on the secondary market these days.
Yeah.
You don't have to write a letter into the trading post and watch it come out on a Thursday.
Exactly. Right. There's so many platforms now for just reselling sneakers and how easy it is to do. So I know a couple of students of mine are buying and selling using those types of platforms, and it's not hard for them to do at all. So yeah.
And when you get like a famous person, like a good example, like for a shoe that probably would have sat if it was a normal shoe, so the Mellow, the Puma, like just put a famous person attached to it, the it person, and all of a sudden it's a resale value and hard to get, and then they go up in value. So
yeah.
You can see it now, like all the collab brands. You look at like everyone was going on lately with New Balance and their collabs that they couldn't even get in the line. You were like 62,000th person in the line to try and cop a pair of New Balance, and that was never the case. I think collabs are just probably the biggest evil to a point where people want to get in. They want to jump on a collab, which is good if you love a good GR because you're getting those at discount, and people just don't look at GRs anymore. It's like looking at other brands. They just don't look at them unless it's got a collab on it. So,
well, I mean, like Dunks up until I'd say about 2015, 2016, you could just go into a Foot Locker and they'd be in the 50% off bin.
Yeah.
You know,
all the skate shops.
Yeah, I had like I had a pair of Syracuses that I bought for like $60, and they're worth like $800 now. $900. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah. For a dunk as well.
Yeah, it's just a dunk. Like Dunks, like they were never anything. They were just they were always an easy.
I think Nike knew what they were doing with Dunks though. Yeah. Like they brought out that Costin collab with the Dunk. I think that was one of the first ones that kind of pushed it up. It was in that blue UNC kind of color, and you know, you put a big skater's name on it, and
well, I mean,
they started all just rolling after that.
Yeah, there's been some huge SBs. There's been some huge ones. I mean, think about Pigeons.
Yeah,
I mean, that was.
But they still didn't like make the hype, did they? Like that one sneaker was hype.
Yeah.
The other GRs didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Like you got those. Trying to think. There's a denim pair of highs. I'm trying to think of the skater. They're from like 2012. They're the nicest pair of Dunks. My mate's got a pair, and every time I see them, I'm like, oh, so nice. But he's a size 12, so I know I can't fit him. But they're
Tell
just
him to
like
hit me up.
I just take the insoles out. But you know, there's some beautiful pairs, but they didn't have any hype.
Yeah, that's right.
It was And now
I feel like as well with the resale market, that like resellers are just grabbing anything at the moment, like anything that's triple black or triple white or what you want to call it. I know like it's so hard to get Air Force Ones in the all white colorway. Like in the past, we could just walk in and get them, right? In our size.
Yeah, just walk in Foot Locker.
Yeah, now you go into Foot Locker or JD Sports and they're scarce, right? There's you just got to wait until a restock happens. But when a restock happens, you've got all these people buying all the common sizes to put them up on some sort of platform and make $50 out of them, right? So yeah, it's
you walk into an outlet these days, like early in the morning, and you'll see the resellers in there buying up what they think is like the most easy sneaker to sell.
Yeah.
Like you can't. It's sad that you can't even walk to your outlet at 10 o'clock because all the good stuff's already gone.
It's crazy, and I think that's also one of the reasons why, for me, anyway.
Do you guys get frustrated?
Oh, yeah, I get frustrated.
I find it funny. I bought like you watch these guys walking around with like 18 boxes.
I find it funny. Today I saw Union 2s going for like $200 above StockX, buying it, shipped, everything price. I'm like, do people just like throw like tickets in the air and just like pick up a price off the ground, right? Like,
that's it. Where do the prices come from?
Yeah, like, that's a good question.
Hopefully somebody who's so
It's just it must be like preying on the rich. Like, you know, they're not going to cop it at retail, so you just go, hold on, I'll tell you what, I'll just put this down at $500. And if one sells, hey, there's your market.
Person just like with too much cash doesn't know what StockX or Goat is and just goes in and just like, oh yeah, I'll take it. Like, what the? Yeah,
they just buy it at that price.
Yeah,
I guess for me, Old Man Sneaks, going back to that, like do I get frustrated? I guess, look, I was pretty gutted that I took an L on the Union 2s. I really wanted those. But then I guess, you got to just think of it. Well, that's $300. That's at least 3 pairs of those Sauconys I can get from Hype, right?
Yeah, at least 6 these days.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends on how you look at it. And like, I guess my thing is no one cares about your sneakers as much as you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one actually gives a fuck. Like, if you're walking down the street, how often does someone say to you, "Oh, dope," or you even get that little nod? Who cares? Do you know what I mean? So like, having something Hype on your feet, or anything like that, it's really just about how it makes you feel. So like, I like to wear nice kicks because it makes me feel fresh, and that's it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's number one when it comes to sneakers is what they do for you.
Exactly.
And not what they do for somebody else.
Yeah, or like to flex. Like I don't really care. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I mean, obviously, I post every day and stuff like that, but I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? It's just more like a little journal for myself. Like, and it's just
so
about
you're posting
hey,
for you,
I've got
right?
these really nice kicks, man. These are sick. I love
Yeah.
the way these feel. That's right. And it's the same when I'm walking down the street. I don't expect people to stop me and know what they are. There's like, most people don't. Most people,
no idea.
Yeah, and if you talk to, most of your friends who certainly aren't sneakerheads, they've got 4 pairs of shoes, not 130, so they think you're fucking crazy. They don't think it's cool.
Especially when you go, I couldn't find a pair of sneakers to wear. I was so...
Yeah.
I'm not putting those on. I wore them on February the 16th. I'm not putting them.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Like, Julian Peters. But it's like, so I think that's a big thing. I don't get too frustrated because it's just for me, and I've got plenty of shoes. So
that's it.
Yeah. So
I feel I've like with my Instagram this year, I made that decision myself. I went, I'm gonna go away from Nike and Jordan. I've got followers. It's up to them whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
But you find that the more you kind of post that, you kind of start picking up other people's interests, if that makes sense. Like you see people are actually, hey, hold on, other shoes do look cool.
Yeah.
Like you look past the swoosh or the 3 stripes or whatever it is and just take the sneaker for the sneaker's value.
Yeah.
And, and like Mike said, if you've got it on foot and you like it, who cares what anybody else thinks?
Well, usually, to be honest, nobody else thinks much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And that's the thing. Like, I think I'm a little proud that I learned it early, that it doesn't matter what it is. I actually take more pride in copying under retail, like finding all of those deals and then collecting them, because they are nice pair of shoes. Obviously, I still want the hype because I'm still new to the game, so I still wanted that cool collection. But I mean, talking to guys like you, it kind of helps that you don't have to rush it. You don't have to rush your collection. Like, I look at Micah's copying habits just by obviously looking at the Facebook group, and I don't think you're one of those people that just keeps copying, or like copying 5-6 pairs every couple of weeks. You do get solid pairs, but you do it slowly, and you still have that collection. You just been in it long enough to have that cool collection.
Yeah.
And you don't need to rush it. Like that's what I'm trying to learn now, that you don't have to rush your collection, which I need to keep reminding myself, because there are still weeks wherein I do go crazy on.
And that's
on the pickups.
your collection is exactly that. It's your collection. It's not someone else's collection.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if we all had the same thing, what would be the point of this?
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is my latest pickup. It's exactly the same as everybody else's. I put these on because everybody else wants me to wear them.
Yeah.
Like, our passion's in a bit of leather and some shoelaces that...
I think, too, that's a big mistake people make when they first start making a collection. I always tell them, don't get anything expensive. Go out, get yourself like 10 pairs of beaters. That's how you start your collection, because otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, you just want to start and build slowly. Get something cheap. Don't spend a shit ton of money. Because if the only shoe you got is like fragments or whatever, like you're gonna beat them to shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know.
Or you end up
That's-
valuing them too much that you don't
Yeah.
even want to wear them.
That's
for me, my value, my shoes aren't worth anything. I wear every pair. Like if
Same.
you put a monetary value on them,
Yeah.
are you going to put them on your feet?
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
And they disintegrate, right? So
yeah.
I mean, over time, you won't be able to have them unless you let go of them, I guess.
Yeah.
But what's the point if you start letting go of them all the time as well? That's
Yeah.
not a collection. You're just shuffling.
I made
Pairs
that
of
went
sneakers.
through that where I'd buy sneakers and have them and like I don't really want to, so I'd sell them again and they'd be less than what I bought them for because I wanted a different pair. And then you're like, I should have just kept that sneaker because 2 years down the track you're like, oh, I really wish I still had that in the collection. Or
Yeah.
you know, you've got to just appreciate what you get and you wanted it at that time because you wanted that sneaker.
Yeah.
But
I think
once
for
you
us
build
as
a
well,
big enough collection, it doesn't matter what's in it. You'll
Yeah.
still only put on 3 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
I wear
I
all
was saying,
of
like-
mine, man. I wear different pair like every day. I try and wear all of them, and I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
one of my biggest mottos is like, what am I gonna do? Like, put Dare's pairs in the grave with me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You
I
can't
guess
take them with
you've
you.
got that luxury of being able to wear a pair to
To
work
work.
and whatnot.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
wear them to work, so that helps.
Days
But,
days off, I'll go through 3-4 pairs of sneakers.
yeah, okay, gotcha. But
Like, I'll get up, go to the gym, put a pair of sneakers on. Okay, well, just if I wanted to wear them, and then the wife will be like, "I will go to the shop." I'm like, "Yep, just let me get another pair of sneakers."
Yeah.
yeah,
'Cause
that's cool.
otherwise, you're right. That they just sit there, and what's the point of them?
Yeah. Well, if
Yeah.
you, I mean, unless, like, I guess that's the mindset too. Are you buying them to sell them later on? Or, you know, look, there are people that are collectors and they just like to keep
Yeah.
it like that. But
Yeah.
for me, I just like, I bought them because it makes me like feel fresh. Like when I was
Yeah.
looking at G's Cardinals, I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, they're fresh. You know?
I don't,
like
and they're
when-
sitting on Foot Locker at the moment.
Right?
and I'm
I
so
know,
tempted
because
to-
I
I'm
know,
going to be.
I know when G wears those and he's wearing that hat to match, they're gonna look.
Yeah, 100%.
That's all I
And
know.
it'll be,
100%.
it'll be a Thursday, and there'll be some kid behind him with his iPhone just.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've just been like, you know, we've all grew up in a generation, like our generations in particular, like to appreciate sneakers, right? Because at that time when we were, you know, high school days and whatnot, like collaborations weren't a thing. And we were looking at shoes based on what we see, you know, I guess on TV and what we see on, you know, cousins' feet and the things that we couldn't get as kids. So a lot of, I guess for me anyways, a lot of my collection is very nostalgic. It's very much like what I couldn't get when I was a kid
Yeah.
and what I can get now, that when I grab like my metallic 5s and I hold that in hand, I just think about like watching my cousins play basketball,
Absolutely.
right? In the park, because that's where I first saw them. So every time I pop that on, I'm just like,
That's high school
sick,
for
I've
me, man.
actually got them. Yeah. So I think we've been able to
Yeah.
appreciate sneakers a lot
Well, I
more
remember
because
seeing
we've come from
kids
that
in high school
generation,
with-
right?
Metallic fives.
Yeah. See, like that for me, I had to get that shoe just because of that nostalgic appeal, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
I think the collaborations
Well,
are
same.
saturating the market, and that's building up such a huge demand and reselling base that kids now only see the value of a shoe and not what the quality of the shoe is, right? Like,
Yeah.
my students won't touch any Sauconys or Asics unless they're a 180. Unless they're a 180, because I don't know what happened. I think the 180s, the Asics 180s, suddenly became the new Nike TNs. I don't know what it is, but a lot
Grab a
of
pair.
yeah, a lot of the kids these days are going for those. But that's what I mean. Like they won't touch the Sauconys, they won't touch the Asics, right? They
Mainly
won't touch
Sydney West.
Air Force Ones or anything. Oh, sorry, Air Max Ones or anything like that. But a lot of them will wear the Jordans, but those Jordans have to be a collab or some hyped colorway. And as soon as they see like sneakers on my feet, they think of the value of that sneaker and not the material, the quality, or the way that we see it, right? So, like, if I can't pick up a pair of sneakers for retail, I'm not even going to try and get it for resale. I'll just go, I know there's going to be another shoe, right? But for them, if I put on like my 350 Zebras, right, like they see it and they're like, why you got $800 shoes on for, sir? I'm like, I didn't pay $800 for these. Like, I've got these on because they're comfy and they look pretty fresh, right? They go with my tie. It looks awesome.
Do you think a lot of younger kids, or that generation buying sneakers, they don't know where to cop for retail?
Yeah, they absolutely have no idea.
You're not able to
A lot that's one of the questions I get. That's one of the questions I get is like so,
where do you cop your sneakers
where
from?
do I get it? Like, what do I do? And the first thing I say is, you got to educate yourself, right? You got to follow these blogs. You got to read up these, find some forums. Get on FB groups, not to sell or not to resell, but get on FB groups to educate yourself, right? And network with people without the intention of trying to get something out of it, right? So that's the one thing I always say to the kids is just find get on Instagram and follow sneaker blogs, get on the podcasts, go on YouTube, that's widely available. You guys have so much access to all this information and you're not using it to your advantage, right? So sometimes if there's a release, man, I'm just like, all right, especially some of my year 11s, my year 12s, and just there's a release, get on this site, if you want this pair, join the raffle. And they've never even heard of they've never heard of Up There Store or Above the Clouds, or they've never ever heard of Finesse Store in Melbourne or Laced in Brisbane, all that sort of stuff. Never heard of that because they never knew anything about it, right? So now that they're following
get on mum's
those accounts, and it's kind of a double get mum's credit card and off you go. But yeah, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because now that they've got all this information, I'm just like, man, that's another 5 people I've got to compete against, right? So every time
you're fighting it. You go. So the first question's got to be, what size do you wear?
Exactly. Yeah, what size do you wear?
Wait, what size are you? Oh, same size as me. I'm not going to help you. StockX, go to StockX.
But definitely sharing information. I know they appreciate that because it really saves them from having to filter through all of the crap that they see online to be able to just find a pair, right? Because we started off like that too. When we started off our collection, I know for me when I started my collection off, it's I don't know where to begin. I can't go into Foot Locker anymore to get those shoes like I could when I was a kid. What do I do now? So it was all about just educating myself to find out, when sneakers is going to release on Nike.com or all these boutique stores that are popping up everywhere, who has those accounts and so on and so forth. But yeah, it is. It's definitely it's a different generation.
I was going to say, that's not even to mention, getting stung by fakes, on Facebook Marketplace. Look, this one's only $200.
Yeah. I had one pair of fakes. I bought them off Facebook, and it nearly broke me. I bought there was the Gatorade Sixes.
Okay.
Not that pair.
Yeah.
But it was a pair of Gatorade Sixes, and the guy was half genuine. I'm talking to him and messaging back and forth, and he sent me pictures, and you're Googling all these, trying to authenticate it through looking at photos. And the sneakers came, and I've just opened up the box and just gone, you just know as soon as you pick it up, you're like, this is fake.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I going to do? I bought this off some guy on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And I've gone, you really don't know them from a bar of soap. And I've just gone, nah, screw it. And I've hit that call on the corner of your messages, and luckily he picked up. I said, man, these are fakes. And he's like, I didn't know. I said, what are you going to do? Yeah. He's like, I said, just send me my money back. I'm happy to pay for the postage back. You can have the sneakers back. But as soon as that money hits my bank, and luckily he sent them back to me, and that just like that's another thing, that whole fakes. That's what kills so much. Like that's probably why prices are so high now as well.
Yeah.
But there's no worse feeling than getting a pair of fakes, eh?
Yeah.
You just know as soon as it's in your hand.
But I mean, it's not like it used to be though, man. Like, so like say, if you guys are older, like you remember like say, the 2000s, like the Jordan would be fucking doing a layup. Like he's dunking. He's like doing a fucking scoop shot.
Yeah.
It's like that was so bad, bro.
It's like you've got that Jordan with the big ass that came out in like 2012.
Or like he's got
that beer belly
like
on
he's
him.
got a fucking beer gut. It's so obvious.
It was like an
like
S Jordan.
It's not like that now. You've got teams of 20 people with magnifying glass and those fucking eye things, like looking at the shoe and like sniffing and like I can't tell.
With black lights and shit.
Like it's fucked now. Like yeah. So it's a
makes it hard, eh?
The fakes now, and not like what it used to be, dude. Like they just released models that didn't even look like anything.
Just different colorways and everything.
Like, I was like, what the fuck are these? Like, so obvious. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, now it's.
Look,
And I love it.
fakes as well. Because I think the other aspect in the culture now is like there's actually a subgroup that promotes fakes or that suggests going on the fake route because bunch of excuses, bunch of justifications. We all know that.
I can't cop the sneaker. It's too hard to get. I can't make a collection without them.
Or it's the same material, it's made in the same factory and all of those. Like every excuse in the book. What do you guys feel about those people?
I guess at the end of the day, man, it's like if you can't get the real one, I don't understand why you'd want the fake version. Do you know what I mean? Again, because it goes back to how do I feel when I put it on my foot? And if I put it on my foot and in my head I know it's fake, then for me I'm done.
Yeah.
Like it's like a wrap.
It'd be like driving a Commodore with a BMW badge or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's just like, but then I guess is it like is it a flex? Like I don't know. You know what I mean? So like for me, it's like if I miss out on the cop, I miss out. I'm not going to go get a pretend version because I know it just goes back to that whole thing. Like, how does it feel when it's on my foot? Because at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck as much as you.
Yeah.
So
that's my two things with them. One of them are people that flex them and don't tell you that they're fake. Yeah. They've just got every sneaker under the sun and they're like, look at this. And the other one is the guys that go out there, like the true sneakerheads that will pay top dollar for sneakers. Yeah. And they're the ones getting finessed the most.
Yeah.
It's a rock. It's a shoe's a shoe at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But don't pretend it to be something that it's not.
Yeah.
Like, because guys go out there, they.
Look, I'll just feel like one thing. Like the people that wear fakes and they're. Oh, go on. No, you go, G. You're good.
Yeah, no. So I was going to say, like, as you're making a good point about, it's all about you, right, and how you feel about wearing those sneakers. And I feel like for the people that buy the reps and the replicas and all the fakes, are they actually buying the fakes to wear for them, or are they buying it to let everybody know? Yeah, the flex value, right? Like, I got these. Yeah, I'm wearing it for you, or am I wearing it for me, kind of thing?
Then what's the point of like going to buy like? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So what's the point of getting like a fake pair of Amsterdams? Like, do you really love the colorway that much? Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, like from the other side of things, I don't condone buying fakes or UAs or whatever, but some people really can't afford it. I can see like getting one pair, and if it's like the pair they've always really wanted and they can't afford a $3,000 shoe, go ahead. But it just pisses me off when somebody goes, I can't afford the real thing, but I'll buy 20 like fakes. And they could have bought the real thing with the money they spent on the fakes, right? So like, there's always excuses around people buying them. And there's one person we all know who does that, but it's not for everybody, and it's a legal thing to do as well. It's not legal to sell or to buy fakes in Australia. even to like have them. It's a legal thing. So yeah.
I guess. Look, following on from that point a little bit too. You know, I guess it would be a bit hypocritical for me to say it's about how it makes you feel, and then I really cared about what they've got
Somebody
on as
else.
well. You know what I mean? So like, if someone's
Yeah.
gonna rock the fakes and they don't care and they're upfront
Yep.
about it, I really don't care either. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. Like,
That's it. If they're upfront about it,
if they're upfront
Yeah,
about
because-
it.
I don't.
there's guys out there that are, you know, they are saving their backsides off because they want to
Yeah.
buy a pair of sneakers,
Yes, I understand.
and they're the ones that you feel like, you know, you still have like compassion for other people just because they can't afford something or they can't put something on their feet. They really want that, and they'll work hard and obtain it. And you get people just wearing their fakes and flexing them. That's the bit that I don't like, is how they put it out there for other people and like it's the real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it just goes back to that thing. Like, how does it make you feel? Like, did you buy them? If you bought fakes because it would make you feel good, go ahead. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I know what you're saying too.
From a community standpoint, not a personal standpoint. If
That's yes, I understand.
that's
I think the main thing that annoys me nowadays with, like, I don't care as well what you put on your feet, really. The problem happens when they start being all judgmental to people that buy legit pairs, saying, why are you buying legit pairs when you can buy fake? They're all made in the same factory. Like, that's sort of like looking down on people that buys legit pairs or that pays resale when they think it's better to go down the rep route or the fake route. I think that becomes the problem. Where
Yeah, but again, that
that's
should
just
be their.
over-
Sorry, that should just be, again, their own opinion. It's like what other people. If other people want to spend $3,000 on a shoe and they've got the cash and that's what they want to do, go for it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Mike
what
is
I
probably
mean?
right. It's, you know, it's opinions of each of us and what we like or don't like, or we're all going to have different opinions on different points, especially in a community where it's about the aesthetics of a piece of leather. You know, are you going to say that, hey, they shouldn't wear fakes, but you shouldn't wear Kmart shoes or something either? Like
That's
I
right,
found myself
yeah.
peeping at the LA Gears when I was walking through Big W the other day. I was like,
Yeah,
I
guilty.
can see
guilty.
busting
You
skin
know?
with like LA gear all over it. Like, oh, damn.
Fuck, that reminds me. Oh, that era. Oh man, now I want to get a pair of
yeah.
Ewings. Do you remember the Ewings?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, man.
they're the most chunky shoe in the world. aren't they?
I used to
Yeah.
have a pair in the 90s, man. Now I want it. They used to come with like a
Yeah.
little orange basketball hang tag. It's like, oh man, they're dope.
And the Ewing signature, everyone was a signature model.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Good times.
Cool. Cool. All right. Well, I guess I'm not gonna take up too much of your time, guys. Like, we've been on it for more than
Yeah, it's a
an
bit
hour.
late
I'm
for that,
happy
mate.
for you.
It's a bit late for that, isn't it?
Well, I thought we're all old in the tooth. We should have been in bed an hour ago.
What do
Yeah,
you mean?
right?
You're not gonna take
Yeah.
up too much
Yeah.
of our time. It's an hour and 20, bro.
I could probably talk for sneakers for like 2 days straight.
I'm happy to keep going.
Yeah, no, I do appreciate you guys giving me that time, and
Would love
happy
to.
for you guys to come back and then just chat sneakers. Really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
thanks a
So-
lot for having me on, man. Really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
No, I
appreciate
enjoy it. I enjoy it. I always learn something new, and especially with big groups like this, different opinions and all of those things. Maybe next time I'll bring in differing opinions so that it's a lot more lively, and
Yes,
maybe we could
let's
get some
do it.
action from other
Yeah.
guys.
I reckon do a podcast just featuring like the partners of sneakerheads and see what their perspective is.
I'll tell you, does anyone here have a partner with a big collection, a sneaker collection?
And I try and force sneakers on my missus.
I'm the same. I just force
Mine-
sneakers
mine-
on my missus.
My partner, so she's got about 50 pairs, and I probably
Wow.
bought 40 of them.
Yeah, wow.
You know why?
That's just
You buy-
that's to justify your pair.
Exactly. I buy like, I go, babe, I got you a present, and she's like, what's in there? That other box? I go, don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly.
I traded a pair of the Shacknosis the other day for a pair of Seafoam ones for the wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was just justification because I knew I had like 6 pairs coming in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to find myself doing the same thing now as well. Like when I was looking through Hype, maybe I should get my wife a pair so that she.
And then you can still
Start
pick them up and
getting them.
appreciate them. You can't put them on
Yeah.
foot, but
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Well,
bought
well-
Atmos elephants for the missus.
oh, nice.
So too expensive for my
Nice.
size, man. Yeah. So she's got a pair. So just every now and then.
I just put half my foot in it.
Yeah.
Just to feel.
Hey, hey, babe, can I wear your 5 Ys? I got pink socks on today.
Again,
Thank
I know
you.
we've been extending this for a
Thank
long
you.
time, but thank you guys. Thank you for giving me the time.
Thanks,
and,
guys.
Like, most probably gonna try and get to have some of you
Sounds
back as
amazing.
well on a different episode.
Thank you so much.
Sounds good. I had
Cool.
a great time.
Thank you.
So
See you later.
nice chat to
Awesome.
you all.
Cheers, guys. Good night.